Brentwood Bulldogs. It's Miss Dymkowski. So good to be on here just to say hi. Hope everyone is being safe and happy and healthy. We do miss you. That's all I'm going to definitely say over and over again. We miss you a lot. And we think of you every day. I know I do. Got my Brentwood Bulldog shirt on, my favorite green one. And so I just wanted to share that April is Poetry Month. I think you've probably already heard that from teachers or maybe Miss Layton or Miss Atkinson, but I love poetry. So luckily I had a book at home of, these are funny. There's a zoo in room 22. So it's all about animals starting with each letter of the alphabet. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to read a few, but I really want to connect it to writing and show you kind of part one, and then I'll come back next time and share the second part of what we're going to do after. So I'm going to share a couple of these. I'm not going to read all of the letters of the alphabet, but I'm going to read a few because they are funny. So it makes you think of, back when we had a pet in our classroom, or if you have a pet at home. So just be thinking pets and poems is kind of what our theme is. So this one is Amanda Anaconda. Amanda Anaconda is our pet for letter A. We think Amanda's wonderful in every single way. She's nicer than an aardvark or an ant or armadillo, and at story time, each one of us can use her for a pillow. So she's so big. Look how big she is. She's like a big, giant pillow. Pretty cool. All right, and I am going to read B because Boring Beetle Bill. Could you imagine? We could have a beetle for a pet. Why not? So our boring beetle's name is Bill. Bill's jaws are sharp for drilling. He tunneled through Miss Darling's chair. He found the flavor thrilling. The chair collapsed. Miss Darling fell. She telephoned the carpenter. Bill Beetle has a boring job now. He's our pencil sharpener. So you see the teacher fell because he ate her chair, but now he can just sharpen everybody's pencil. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to skip to I because I like iguanas. I think actually they're pretty cool. So this is Iggy Iguana. Meg put Iggy on her shoulder. He's a super shoulder holder. Moments later, he grew bolder and he climbed up in her head. Now begins the part that's creepy. Our iguana, feeling sleepy, made Meg's hair into a teepee, and her head is now his bed. So look, he made a little teepee in her hair. Can you see it? It's got like a little teepee head with Iggy Iguana. All right, so maybe I'll read some of those later or again. But what I'm going to show you is, drop my paper, is I started already, and I'll add to it, is I made a heart map, and there's lots of kinds. I can share about 25 different heart maps that when I used to teach writing. So I put A to Z animals right here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do, and I already started, I'm going to start brainstorming all animals starting with A. So you can see I put ant for A. I put bulldog for B. Actually, I really want a French bulldog. I put cat for C. So I'm going to just keep going. I'm going to think some more. So just brainstorming, again, helps us start to write. But you always can go back. We don't want to just brainstorm and then say, I'm done. Maybe like for tonight, I'm going to think of a few more. So for D, let's think. I'm going to put dinosaur. I could have just put dog, but I already had bulldog. So I added dinosaur to my heart. Let's see, E. How about an eel? Like one of those snakes. So eel, I put that on there. Now I'm going to go to letter F. So again, if you're in pre-K or kinder, whatever you're going through your ABCs. If you guys are on 3rd, 5th grade or higher, start really thinking about different habitats of animals, or anybody could, in whatever grade. But we're all practicing whatever grade we are with this. Alphabetical order and letters and animals, but now we could think of, and I tried to do that. So F, maybe I could think of the ocean. What other animal? I mean, I could write fish, but I don't know. Is there a specific animal or fish in the ocean starting with F? I really can't think right now. I have to keep thinking. But I can think kind of, when I think of ocean, I used to live in Florida, so I think of flamingo. So that popped in my head, flamingo. Okay, how about G? When I think of the jungle, I think of gorilla. Could you imagine having a gorilla as a pet in your classroom? Wow. So gorilla. And you know what? If you can't write the word, we could always draw it. So for cat, I mean, I could have put a little cat, little nose, and some whiskers, and some ears. I don't know if those look like eyes. Okay, I'm not going to show you my cat. It's kind of funny looking, but it's got ears and whiskers. There's my cat. Can you see my cat? It's right there. So you can always draw your animal. You don't have to write it. You could just draw. You could sketch an ant, definitely a bulldog, an eel, just make a snake type thing. So G, how about I do one more? H. It gets tough. That's why I said think of different. So I could think of the jungle. I could think of the desert. I could think of the ocean. I'm going to go back to the ocean. You know what I just thought of? Hermit crab. So it does start with H. Again, I go back to places. Again, I live near the ocean. So hermit crab. So maybe for today, I just want to fill my heart with pictures and different animals. And then tomorrow, and next time I will, I am going to pick one of these. But this means I could have this and I could write. How many letters are there? 26. I could write 26 different poems. But what I'm going to do next time, so say I did choose flamingo. I'm going to think of a name just like that book. I'm going to really mimic that author. It's like my mentor text. And they have, I don't know what made me think of this, and I know it's just a name I've heard before. Fenton the flamingo. I've just heard that name, right? And then I could put that at the top of my paper. I'm using that line. Sometimes I like, because I like to sketch when I write too. Fenton the flamingo. So maybe I could start thinking, what could I write about flamingos? So maybe first, so that's, again, my writing. Maybe I like folding a piece of paper in half. Maybe on the back, I could think of all the things about flamingos. They're pink. They have, they stand on one leg. Have you ever seen a flamingo? So now I have all these animals. I picked one. But now I picked one, but I still need to do a little more brainstorming before I just start writing about Fenton. I don't know. It's just some name I've heard before, the flamingo. So pink, he stands on one leg. It starts with F. I might get hooked on using, he can live in Florida. They fall asleep standing. I know that. So there's that. I think I'll have a trend of using the letter F. I think one of those did too, all throughout this poem. So stay tuned. Again, it shows writing takes work, but I read, I brainstormed, I chose one of my animals. I even thought of a name for it, but doesn't mean you have to. You could have just wrote flamingo. But then I started brainstorming all the little things, just a little bulleted list about flamingos. Well, there you go. And I want to end with, and I know a lot of us might be sharing these, but I found this in my daughter's room. It has, does it say how many? There's lots of jokes in here, but it's a big little book. It's a big little book of jokes. So I found a few that were funny. So I'm going to share a couple before I go. What's the best snack to eat in the swamp? Ooh, there's another place to find animals. A marshmallow. What do zookeepers eat for snacks? Notice I'm on the animal trend here. So what do zookeepers eat for snacks? Animal crackers. What do photographers eat for snacks? So photographer takes pictures. Cheese sticks. What do fathers eat for snacks? This is all about eating. I'm getting hungry. Popcorn. And one last one. Why did the police raid the refrigerator? The milk went bad and the apples turned rotten. All right, Brentwood Bulldogs and families, we miss you tons. Stay healthy and happy and safe. And Miss Dymkowski look forward to seeing you again on here. And definitely we'll see you soon in school. Take care, everybody.